Hello, I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. Welcome to Prospecting Using Email. I'm going to walk you through a 4-part series. This is video number 1. And I'm going to share with you Prospecting Using Email, your 10-step checklist. I do hope you like it. Hey, go ahead and hit subscribe. I put a new video out like this every week. More importantly, jump out to my website, thesaleshunter.com. Up at the top, you're going to see University. Hit that button. It's going to take you to our online program. We were just named as one of the top 10 programs. Hey, jump to it. We have a special email prospecting program. We have a whole assortment of online programs. This content I'm sharing with you comes from that same program. Let's walk through prospecting using email, 10-step checklist. Number 1, will the subject line generate interest? Hey, if the subject line doesn't generate interest, why in the world is a person going to read the rest of it? They're not. That subject line must connect with them. 2, does the first sentence create a hook? Remember, if you're reading the email on a smart device, you're only seeing a part of it. What does that mean? That means if that subject line in that first sentence doesn't engage, doesn't pull you in, they're not going to hang with you. They're going to go ahead and delete it. You see, that first sentence must create a hook that says, hey, I want to take a look. I want to read the rest of the email. Number 3, is it timely or current? You see, we all have too many priorities going on right now. We all do. You may be sending out an email that's really important, but if it doesn't fit into the top 1 or 2 priorities of what that person has working on, they're not going to spend time on it. They're not going to spend time reading it. So you must make it timely or current. Number 4, have I followed the one swipe rule? Well, what's the one swipe rule? The one swipe rule is if you can't read the prospecting email you're about to send with only one swipe on your smartphone, it's too long. I call it the one swipe rule, and it is more important than ever. Number 5, is the CTA clear? The CTA, the call to action. You can't put in 3 or 4 CTAs. It can only be one, and it's got to be clear, it's got to be concise. You got to go for what is the exact next step. The next step most likely is, hey, call me. Let's talk. Let's set up a time to talk. Because remember, you're sending out a prospecting email. They probably don't know you. Now, let's not kid ourselves. You send out an email with a CTA. Are you going to get a high-level response? No, but you're in sales. You better ask for the order, and the order is the CTA. Number 6, am I using the person's name twice? And I really stress this a lot. Here's why. It's very easy in automated systems to have the person's name appear up at the top of the email. That's easy. Put it down in the body of the email, that second or third sentence. Why? Because now it demonstrates that you really customized it. This is to them personally. Using the person's name twice is one of the big differentiators between people viewing your email as a mass and your email being seen as, hey, it's for me. Number 7, is the email message focused on one thing? Don't sit there and offer up a buffet. Don't sit there and offer up 5, 6 things. No, it's one thing. If you have 5, 6 things you want to share, that's 5, 6 emails. But only drill down on one. Make it clear, make it easy. If you make it too complicated, the customer's not going to read it, they're not going to pay attention, and they're not going to engage with you. Number 8, have I eliminated all non-confident sales speak? What is non-confident sales speak? Well, one of the biggest ones is just checking in. Man, that's garbage. Or, hey, I know you're busy. You probably haven't seen this email, so let me send it to you again. That's garbage. You have to be precise. You have to know that you have the ability to make an impact with that person. And if you have the ability to make an impact with that person, you want to be direct. Don't sit there and play around with non-confident sales speak. Number 9, do I have a clear next step in the cadence? Now, what do I mean by this? In other words, I send out a prospecting email, and hey, what's the next step? What comes after that? Is it a phone call? Is it an email? What's the next step that you do? You see, doing one and done with prospecting emails is just a flat-out waste of time. There has to be a clear next step in your cadence. Number 10, do I know how I will measure results? You see, measuring results, you may want to think it's, wow, it's the number of people who call me back or respond or go download this. Yeah, that's fine. That could be. But what I want to look for is how do I measure results in terms of do these prospecting emails ultimately result in qualified prospects I close? That's a measurement I want to get into. Sure, I have to start off with initial measurements in terms of what's the open rate, etc. I get that. But ultimately, my prospecting email is about getting you to engage with me as a customer. Hey, these are the top 10, not top 10, it's my 10-step checklist. It's all in the program and a whole lot more. I do want you to check out the online program, Prospecting Using Email. Go to my website, thesalescenter.com. Go to the top, you're going to see University. Click that. It's going to take you to a whole assortment of courses. And hey, watch for part number 2, 3, and 4 right here on YouTube and social media regarding prospecting using email. I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Center. Great selling.